Right, welcome to Raising Funds for World Domination, day number 334. So, there are once again no updates on any of these items. Today, I actually decided I've been stuck on this memory chunks loading thing for quite a while now. So today I actually took some time to work on this off stream. And I pushed those changes today. All right, let's run this. So I actually made it a lot slower. Kind of just barely got it working, but I've moved it over to use the state machine approach. So I should probably be able to delete a bunch of commented code. Let's kill 1610. How do you feel? How do you feel tonight, sir? Genuinely. All right. How do you feel? Okay, so it loads. I didn't catch how fast it loaded. Tungken Yuenli? I don't know what that is. Me is not important. Just want to know how you feel. I don't know how you want me to answer that question. How many of those 334 days have been spent working on this game? How are sales going? Well, I hope. I'm not sure of the total distinct number of sales. It's probably only like 10 or so. I guess I can just run the game and look at the dedications in the help menu. As for percentage time spent working on the game, I think most of the days I've tried to keep focused working on the game. So let's see. I think all of them have a dedication. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And I guess some of them are from before. But I need to, I guess, improve my UI and my sales pitch, because even some people that come into chat regularly, I find still are not really even though I have like the link right up at the top. I need better. I probably need some like graphics built right in to the UI of like some like icons of a purchase icon or something. Shoseki says, morning. How's it going? Sadly, even for the old world of books, cover UI is everything for the basic consumer. Yeah, the process of educating the public and marketing stuff is a lot of work. I'm always surprised at how much you have to like repeat information to people to get them to know about it. Going well, sir. My road to the world's most pointless app is going smoothly. Nice. You can use that as a portfolio item. Oh wow, it passes. Nice. Was AFK? Getting food? Did I miss anything? My unit tests passed. I think. Well, I upped the number of cases, and there is one failure, but we'll see if this the refactor I did today might actually might put me in a good place to make a lot more progress. YOLO ma Anad. Why is it still talking? What does that mean? Love you, Robert. Have a great day. Well, that's reassuring, but those two sequence of statements don't make a lot of sense. Is there hooks in this language, like in React? Because I see some. Is something. I don't think so. It's been a while since I did any React development. I never really used React hooks too much, so I'm not 100%. I know it was the initial React hooks was a library for like keeping track of the mess of state as it goes up and down the DOM tree, but I don't know. I'm not using anything like that for this. This is in Java. Just some public free function to use, public free to use function. Do you mean React or like this thing here is chunk loading? That's just a utility function for the class to check if something's. It needs to know like how to display the chunk. Try that. Nice. One failure. Supposed to print out. Before it was the exception. It's supposed to print out the state, but it's not doing that. Yeah, hooks are. Actually, I don't know the exact definition of a hook, but I've always interpreted hook as just like it's a way to hook into the program. Which I guess, depending on the program, you could implement some hooks in a library, or you could just add like. Callback, like post thing hook, pre thing hook. It's just like a. I've interpreted to use. I would interpret usually to be like an empty function that you can hook into. That calls back to a callback that initially does nothing, and then you can add something later if you want. But it's just a generic pattern that you could theoretically put in any program in any language, with or without a library. That is unless hook actually means something specific in the dictionary of design patterns. Okay, let's try this again. Drupal 10 system. In Drupal 10, the system support, I support the replacing hooks with events, which makes sense. As I said, it's essentially just any subscriber pattern. Yeah, I'm not really, I tend not to avoid learning those nuances of those definitions. It's a design patterns is like a, people come up with these very quantified descriptions of a qualitative thing, and it becomes difficult to like intuitively know what a design pattern does from what it's called. You have to just like memorize the arbitrary list of features that it has. Like the decorator pattern and all that kind of stuff. And when I was stuck on that templating thing a few days ago, I was trying to figure out how to inherit the base class, which had a generic template thing and to do a specific thing, and it told me something like, oh, just use this recursive self-referencing template thing. This recursive self-reference template, which was totally wrong, by the way. I didn't need to do that at all. A good example of how AI didn't give me the right case. The solution it gave me looked kind of crazy, so it makes me wonder if it wasn't if that wasn't just like gibberish completely. It'd be useful and never go back to pre-dependency injection. Yeah, stuff like I mean, I guess they are convenient when it's clear what you're trying to convey, but like the more obscure design patterns where it's kind of ambiguous and difficult to follow what someone's what's in someone's mind. Dependency injection is pretty useful, though. I think I have many examples of that in this application. So I was hoping that would just work as I scaled it up, but I guess there are still some bugs. Would be curious how many open source Java projects are there, whether they qualify, and whether the quality of code generated by AI suffers if there is less. Yeah, I guess it presumably would. It depends what's in the training data. What's your favorite Linux command today? Let's see. I guess probably the VI command. I should do a video on that. Yeah, I should really do one on the editors. There's so many good Linux commands to do videos on, but not enough hours in the day. You could do an entire series on VI? Yeah, I could. 3:30 a.m. here. I was going to look for some audiobook to sleep with, but I found Java. Guess I won't sleep. I guess not. Don't mind using Vim for drop bursts, but the minimal code highlighting, lack of switching quickly backwards and forwards between files, and other slightly awkward situations. Not 100% a fan. What alternative do you use? Good evening. How are you today? I'm pretty good. I made decent progress on the refactoring of the chunk loading today. And hopefully I can fix up these unit tests to actually get some of the first actual unit tests. Interesting. Maybe it's because I did not Maven install. Big fan of VS Code. It's not included in my CLI. Yeah, if you're gonna do if you're gonna be a CLI pro, you gotta find a terminal-based editor. Lots of nice plugins. Oh, you must authorize this via HTTP request workflow for lots of things. Not so easily on CLI without a browser. You must authorize this via an HTTP request. Huh, in VS Code? I don't even know what that refers to. That's not a very good editor if you have to use HTTP requests. I don't think your chat rate stream thing is updating correctly. Yeah, it is kind of weird sometimes. Sometimes I've seen like it'll go up to like some high number for no reason. When I check the logs, I like the stream analytics. Sometimes it'll say that the chat rate went to like 100 or something. I think there might be some like chats that are getting suppressed. Maybe they're in the live chat tab. I like Vim for most daily things. Only really looked at VSC or Qt for bigger, more complicated projects. It is a must, no matter if Vim or some IDE. Yeah, Git is essential. You can't live without Git. Okay, that's now installed. You know, these should still be in the correct order. Two of my messages just got filtered. It's self-aware maybe. Whenever we talk about censorship or like filtering, that seems to be when it acts up the most. It just wants to let you know how powerful it is. talking about the sorry, that blurs together. GH tool, GitHub tool. I'm disappointed that this doesn't just work. Can you work out if you missed some tests? I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. I might be able to. Actually, it would be interesting to see. The thing I changed today. It seems to be it's making the unit test work more. But I also may be able to, like the whole thing that was failing. Put a lot of work into the tests, so I assume it'll work. Honestly, I it's a difficult thing to test, and it was poorly designed. So I actually a bunch of the work I did on the tests, I think it's well, I've already gone down a path and ended up kind of deleting some of that, because I just didn't have the right like model for things. It's some of the simplest. If I just run it with like 10 tests, it's passing now. It's kind of a difficult thing to test because I have I basically have a dedicated thread. One thread is dedicated to providing the events for loading stuff. And I want it to be able to interact with an arbitrary number of other threads. I understand little to nothing of this. Looks hella cool. Keep up the work. Thank you. Actually, one advantage. Well, let's test it right now. It's possible. I haven't tried yet. But the entire reason that I started working on this refactoring and tests and stuff it was because I want to do the multiplayer client stuff, and that might actually work now. Or it might not, at least initially crash. Now the other disadvantage, it's super slow now. Oh, that's bad. I don't even know why that would happen. And the chunks held in memory indefinitely, or do they unload? They unload. And there's also a concept of like subscribing to chunks. So each client can individually subscribe to chunks on the server. And so if it's subscribed to the chunks, it will it receives if there's an update on the server, then the server notifies the client. That's really strange that happens. That must be due to something totally different. Because it allows me to open the frame. The problem before was, yeah, it would crash just on opening the frame. It didn't crash yet. Nice. Okay, and that's up at Z X2000 Z2000. Oh boy, that's laggy now. There are distributed updates. Yeah. Although right now there isn't a lot of, the server doesn't do much. I did kind of initially have like some test code to like simulate a block going back and forth or something, but you know what, let's just quit. It'll reset the position back to 0. Is it loading those chunks via HTTP request? No. These ones actually these ones are actually loaded completely locally. So the actually I have it now so that there's a full connection string in the for the frame. So this is connected to a SQLite database of this local file. But I can also, it is also possible now, well, I can actually open another world connection here. So this one, if I close that, this here, this one up top here, oh, it's not on that. This one up here, this one is now loading over an, it's actually a local server, but it is it's over a WebSockets, which I guess is a type of HTTP request. So this one is going over a network connection. And this one down here is still connected to a local database. The algorithm has just brought me here. I must ask, What do you plan to do once you achieve world domination? That's a very good question. That's why I made a couple of videos to go into my plans in detail. WS equals WebSockets. Yeah, I think it's. I think that's actually. I think I tried to do like the to make it non-arbitrary. I think I tried to do like to make it look exactly like either the database connection string or the. I think that's what I think I actually. That's empirically what I use. To set up the connection in the what is it, WebSockets connection object. I should watch those videos. Excellent. Yeah, so that's weird. You must be accidentally requesting the chunks twice or something. It seems to happen when the area changes. Interesting. That's not what I expected. Should be possible to see. Oh, we just overwrote the other player. Oh, there it is. Well, lots of bugs. Bless you. Thank you. Does Java use promises? I'm sure you've mentioned this before. I was just curious how the communication between threads works when a chunk finishes loading. Actually, that's a good question. And that is a thing that is not completely like fleshed out and working correctly. Previously, there was only one client, so there's no real need to think about other chunks loading stuff. And also there's like a potential for like if you load and unload a bunch of chunks really fast, you could potentially miss an update. So you could send out a, so when something comes back, there's a signal that comes back to say like, okay, the chunk you requested loaded. There's an update on that chunk, but it's possible in the way it works right now. You could say like, hey, give me the data for this chunk, and then you get a signal. But by the time you process the signal, there might be another signal that's waiting in the queue. And when you get the signal, okay, your request is ready. Now you go to read from memory. You're actually maybe getting a later version, not the version of memory that was there when you requested, which right now is not a problem. But I could foresee, like if the client is going to actually rely on the entire history of chunk updates since it did the request, then that's going to be a problem and will probably cause subtle bugs, but that's not, I haven't thought about that in detail. I'm just kind of focused on testing some of the basic preconditions, like the I think the order of the signals, that's currently still failing. I don't think it should be. Also, bless you. Thank you. It's Dirt says, hey, I see your other vids. Excellent. I have many vids. Okay, so once again, there's lots of bugs, lots of things to fix. But now that I have it, that was a significant change going to that state machine model. So hopefully, even though it's buggier and slow, at least I can delete some code now. And it also the existing code should actually work with multiple clients now. I'll have to dig into why that chunk subscription error is happening. And also there's it should be updating when one player moves around. Maybe that's a problem. Yeah, that might be why the unit test fails. All right, that made this class a little bit simpler. No, you don't use, I know you don't use AI. But still might like to try it at some point. Getting to look at your commit history on a daily basis. Get it to generate a summary. Yeah, I'm actually I'm not completely off of using AI. To be honest, I'm kind of like I'm just saving it for the future. I've a few projects that I want to get through. Well, it's probably gonna. I've said for many months, for like almost this entire series, that I'm about to try AI coding. But I'll probably wait until after this series. There's a few other things I want to get through. Because I'm only coding like an hour a day right now on this. Well, I guess except for today, where I coded most of the day to get this working again. Because some of this, like a lot of the concurrency, it's hard to be productive. I would say it's hard to think through the difficult stuff on stream. But I would say streaming is good for like very low brain power coding, like the code cleanup and like deleting lines and stuff like that. Like there's a lot of work that I would just never do otherwise. But yeah, for trying AI coding, that is something I plan to take a look at. Might be useful as a single developer creator to see how AI can help speed up lots of your stuff. Yeah. In a way, I'm kind of just waiting. The more I wait the more like I've only used it. Like most people have done like tons of reviews and stuff like that, but I think it'll be more interesting, and I think I'll have a better like fresh mind on it if I go from like no AI coding to just jumping right into it, because I've never even used like the Copilot autocomplete thing before. And I'd actually like to sit down and do like a more detailed video, like analyze it from multiple directions of like, okay, is AI going to replace programmers with this specific task? So right now I want to like debug something, or I want to write some unit tests. I want to write this application from scratch, or like there's a ton of features I would like to add to this game, and it'd be interesting to see like can AI actually do it. Heard my favorite activity, deleting things. Thank you very much for the $10. Yeah, deleting code is very satisfying. I was able to do that delete a few hundred lines tonight. But I was actually just about to call it a night. I'll put it in my hour. Yeah, I feel like I shouldn't just end it there right after a soup chat. Oh, have another beer. Thank you very much for the £5 it is. OMG. It says Edmund 8688. 8688. Is that a random number? Is that was the famous Intel series of chips. Or no, it was 8086. I'm getting confused. I can't remember exactly. Well, I'm glad I extended the stream by another couple minutes. I was gonna take off right at school admission number. Okay. Oh yeah, 8086. Yeah, there's something in there. There's lots of 8s and 6s triggered my memory. All right, that'll be it for tonight. That's I think a little bit of incremental progress. Next stream, I guess I'll maybe take a look at why those tests are failing a bit more. It would be nice to have some like basic tests. Honestly, there's quite a few more things that should be tested and fixed, but maybe I'll just declare victory early and then yeah, the main thing is just getting it so it actually works in with multiple client connections. And for some reason, it's not giving me updates. I had that working. I had that working before, but my last got censored for mentioning the Intel series 4004 to 8086. Yeah, that's so. It's almost heartbreaking. Like people trying to have one of my top super chatters just trying to have a heartwarming conversation about Intel CPUs, and the nasty censors of YouTube won't allow you to do it. It's a rough world, and they passed some in Canada here. They passed some new censorship bill today about I don't know, they want to censor religions and stuff. Figured out why. The double 4004 is a common calculator number for a PG word. Yeah, maybe that's why. I don't know, it's pretty lame. All right, that'll be it for tonight. We'll be back again tomorrow night for day 335. Have a good night.